Everybody, my name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and this is our class on Facebook and Google Ads. Now, there's just a lot of people coming in, so I'm going to kind of drag my feet a little bit, but let's talk a little bit about what we are, what we do. And I think as you see right on our website, the first thing is that we have tools for agents to advertise. We have tools to help agents get buyer and seller leads. And we have tools for agents who have listings, and we have tools for agents who don't have listings, right? So it doesn't matter. I mean, in the normal world of real estate, most realtors don't have listings all the time. So you just can't sit there on your hands, right? And wait for business to come in. You got to go out and find ways to get those people to talk to. Again, whether you're buyers and sellers, it doesn't mean you need to, even if you don't have listings, or if you have listings, we're going to help you. So, Hitesh, you heard of Derek Carlson. Yeah. Are you with MVP, or did you just catch his podcast? So we have a new person on here, and I've been asking before we started the class, is this your first class with us? Are you new with us? If you put it in if you put it in the chat panel, I appreciate it. Oh, cool. So MVP is a longtime office client from Southwest Florida. I think when I closed them, they were probably 300 or 400 agents. They are now probably hitting around 1,100 agents. This is probably 5 years ago. And boy, they lean heavily on our system, on us as recruiting. And before I kind of get into that, I was going to mention something, so it kind of dovetails into that MVP story. Like I said, they went from, I think, 4 to 1,100 agents in about 5 years. They have a complete library. And as Hitesh is mentioning on the call here, they talk a lot about our platform they probably do more training than any other office on our platform. And you need to, if you want to grow, if you want your agents to grow, right? And if you want to be able to offer value of, hey, I don't just have a cool logo, I actually have a way to help your business grow. And if you want to be serious in real estate, you got to come check us out. That's what they are doing. Gloria, this is your first class on Facebook and Google. Cool. I'm kind of giving a little color before we jump into it, so hang tight. And Hitesh, we have a lot of clients in Toronto. We work with the Star Group there, and we have a lot of clients in Canada. So there's a lot here to help you up in Canada. So anyway, on that's what MVP does. I also wanted to mention that I train the coaches from Tom Ferry, and the coaches from Jared James, and the coaches from Club Wealth, and the coaches from the Hergenroth Group. And there are a lot of coaches who are telling their clients, agents like you, to sign up. And you got to kind of ask yourself, well, why would they do that? Right. And the reason is if you're in real estate and you're paying a coach, you're paying usually thousands of dollars a month, and you are expecting an ROI. You're expecting your business to grow. You're expecting them to train you, teach you how to get more business, how to grow. Right. And so the very first thing, or not the very first thing, but one of the things that these people are doing is saying, you've got to sign up for these guys with Listings to Leads, because they are going to make it so easy for your business to grow. Now, what they don't tell you is you actually have to learn the platform, and you've got to use it consistently. But if you do that, it's going to work. So the point of this class is Facebook and Google Ads. We're going to talk about it, and let's get into it. I am going to log into a new account. So you probably don't know this, but I set up the team accounts and the office accounts, and I set up the national partnerships and all that stuff around the country, right? And one account that I just set up in the last week of October was a group from Keller Williams in North and South Carolina. This is kind of an unusual account, because normally I set up office accounts, we get all their agents in there, and the agents start doing all these things, and it's awesome, right? But this is an expansion team, okay? So their agents are not people, they are offices. They need to get leads to those offices for those agents that are in those offices. And so when it comes to Facebook, they want to use our software, right, to get ads effectively on Facebook. And so remember, this account launched at the end of October 2022. It's now January 12th. So this thing is about 75 days old, maybe, right? Not very old. And in that time, if we come to their ads page, their focus has really been on Facebook. All right. And you may not know this, but we have embedded software from Facebook, right? And we have also embedded software from Google, from their ad platforms, right? And so we make it really easy for agents to run ads. And I just want to show you this before we get started. This, this team, their goal is to get buyer leads to their agents. Okay. And you can see that starting in October, they have run 110 ads. It's the campaigns on the right. They've spent $10,000, which is a big budget. I haven't seen that kind of thing go on in a long time. But, it's North and South Carolina. There's a lot of agents. But they generated almost 4,000 leads in, 70 days, right? Also, over here it says impressions. And that means nearly 250,000 people have seen their ads. So their brand building is pretty substantial, right? I mean, I know Keller Williams and I live in California. If I see one Keller Williams ad on television a year, I would be surprised. I don't actually think I ever see an ad for them, right? But here in 2 months' time, and of course, $10,000 budget, they've got 750,000 people have seen their business pages. Facebook is, in my mind, a great place for every realtor to build their brand because you're competing on, the internet to be known. You're competing in your market to be known. And, I don't know who you guys are working for, but you're probably sitting in an office with, I don't know, 5, 10, 500 agents. How do you stand up in your market? How do people know you? Facebook is a great place to do that. And you can kind of do some quick math and realize that, wow, well, buyer leads apparently look like they're about $2.50 a buyer lead, at least in North and South Carolina, right? So this is what's happening right now today in the market, right? This is what you can do with this. And I'm not going to walk you through just yet on how do you run an ad, right? Like we're going to get into that. But I want to talk about this other new part that we have, which is Google. And, I talk to realtors every day, except on the weekends, hopefully. And if I ask them, a realtor, about Facebook, most realtors know about Facebook, right? They know that you can run ads, and even some people have run ads on Facebook, right? But if I ask you, well, how many of you have actually generated a lot of leads? Well, that's where the first fork in the road comes, right? Because Facebook is kind of messy. It's hard, it's difficult, and it's not easy. And even if you got it, if you were down, and you made it work this week, it may not work next week because Facebook might have changed something and you didn't know that. And so you're not on top of it, and all of a sudden things are not working, right? But we have Facebook software built in. Like we have their software, it's built into these pages, and we can tell by the buttons that you're clicking what your goal is. And we had our software people code it so that we click all the buttons for you so that you don't have to, right? Same is true for Google. But if I ask people how many, like if I ask you right now, let's just ask, how many have run an ad on Google today or ever in real estate? How many of you have run an ad on Google? Just a yes or no, if you don't mind, put it in the thing. If I ask this question about how many of you have run an ad on Facebook, I would say 50 to 75% of you have. You've done it, you've tried it, you know about it. But if I ask you about Google, it's like 10% of you know how to do that, right? Here's probably something different about Facebook that you don't know. In the United States, yeah, Gloria says never ran an ad on Google, right? I don't know about the rest of you, but that's the norm. To me, and I don't know because I haven't talked about Google forever. but in doing classes, it feels like it's 20, it's like 10% of you know what's going on. But when you're running an ad, it's showing up right here, right? It's showing up right on this news feed that I'm looking at. Here's a realtor up here from Oregon, and this is what he's got going on, right? All kinds of fun stuff, right? So the thing about Facebook is the average adult spends 40 minutes every day scrolling through this nonsense. They're looking at their pets. They're looking at what they're thinking about the day, what they ate, where they're going on vacation, their grandkids. Me, I like to follow these guys, National Real Estate Post. They own this guy owns Listing Booster, which is kind of a lender product for realtors. And they do a great job. Like, I really like his content. Listing Booster, we have an adjacent, or we have a comparative deal for lenders. They're not even close to what we're doing, but they definitely have, there's some smart guys over there. But all that being said, the point of what I'm trying to explain here is Facebook is where people spend 40 minutes every day, right? Now, if somebody has a question though, like, hey, I need to buy a new car. Hey, my heart doesn't feel right. What's wrong with me? Or I need some new eyelashes, or I want to go on vacation. What's the best place? Or maybe, how do I sell my home? They don't go to Facebook to ask that question. 86% of all questions on the internet are asked right here on Google, right? And that's what you need to really be thinking about, because I'm going to just broad brush it and totally make a mistake. 90% of you have no idea how to take advantage of the fact that 86% of all searches begin here. You do know how to take advantage of Facebook. You don't know why you're doing it, but it's working, and it's working because people spend so much time looking at all this goofy stuff, right? But Google is like a bit of a mystery, and rightly so. It is a big, complicated website. It is the number one website in the entire world. Okay, definitely in the United States. I can tell you that for sure. Number two is Google. No, YouTube. It's a number two website. And we're not there yet to help you understand how to run ads on YouTube, but you certainly can run ads on YouTube. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. But I can tell you that right now on Google, right now, you can go find out what the biggest thing people are searching on. And people are searching on terms like, how do I sell my home? This is a trending search. And if you want to have Google be part of your business, which literally, it doesn't matter if you're selling mattresses, cars, homes, or eyelashes, you need to have a strategy on Google. So what I'm telling you is not so much about Facebook at the moment, but about how you need to think about Google. You should, if you're going to have Google be part of your business for 2023, you should start to go to Google and say, what are the trending searches in real estate, right? One of them is, how do I sell my home? But let me show you something. I actually did this. I've been doing this search for a while, and I'm going to share this with you. This is a company. It's not connected to us. It's the top searches in real estate in 2022. It was updated in the 11th day of October last year. So what's all that about? It means this is what people are searching on. If you want to know what buyers are thinking about, it's right here. Like, these are the top searches. Houses for sale near me, house for sale, tiny house for sale, Zillow. These are the biggest searches, right? If you want to know what homeowners are thinking about, well, these are the keywords as well. Now, when you're running an ad, if you go to Google and you do it yourself, you definitely want to know these keywords, because that's when you run the ad. Let's go back here and go do this one again. How do I sell my home? There are keywords when you create this ad. And that's why these ads that you see here, ad here by John Buys, don't pay and buy here, whatever, twin home buyer, they have keywords that are related to these words that I just typed in their ad, right? So if you're going to go do this by hand, by yourself on Google, well, you should be doing that, right? But you definitely want to know, hey, what are people thinking about? What are they searching on? Right. Well, when we come over here to listings to leads, like I mentioned earlier, we have their software. We built it in. And if I create a landing page ad, and let's just say I want to create a home valuation ad because I want to get in front of people who are thinking about selling their home, we click create an ad, right? And then listings to lead starts chugging and writes up your ad. So what do I got to do now? Right now, this is actually a live account. This is the client I was just showing you has generated, 4,000 leads or something, right? In Facebook. But you wouldn't do this at the state level. We just made a landing page for South Carolina because we were talking about it. You would do this at the city level, right? Like, let's just say Pleasant Hill. Now, Pleasant Hill is a little town near me. And you all live in an area where there's probably little towns around you, right? And you would want to do this in your town. Does that make sense? So that's, that's kind of that's for, so you want to create a landing page that says Pleasant Hill, just like the town you're targeting. When you click view link, it's going to show you the page where we're driving to. And this is a landing page that comes out of our system, but it's for South Carolina, right? It should really be Pleasant Hill, but we're just talking. So that's what it is. So that's kind of how the whole system works is you're going to create an ad. This is on Google. This is going to Google. Now, normally you don't have to do this, but I want you to understand how this works. So first of all, it's a $10 a day budget and it runs for 30 days. Now, you may not know this about Google. This is new to us. Like we launched this, 3 months ago, the Google ad software. So it's not very long. So I don't have a lot of details to tell you, but this is what I know about Google. Well, when you run an ad, the price per lead is decided either by Facebook or by Google, right? If you run it on Google, they decide what you're going to get charged. And it's an auction process, meaning if you got a lot of competition, that lead's going to cost more, right? A $10 daily budget is set by us. And frankly, I think it's just a low number because I'm going to guess that some seller leads cost more. So my recommendation is to change that to $20. Okay. And we set it as a 30-day ad. And I'm going to assume that all of you on this call have never run an ad before on Google. So I would recommend that you change this not to make it a 30-day ad. What month is it? It's January, right? I would make it a 1-week ad, right? You have to learn. You have to learn what's going on here. Run it for a week. So $20 for 7 days, you're going to maximum spend $140, right? But we don't know the cost per lead. So I'm hoping that all of you are going to set this up. You're going to go run ads and you're going to come in the mastermind group and you're, hey guys, I got seller leads. You're going to go in our mastermind group over here and you're saying, I got seller leads for $5 or $7 or $20 each. Who knows? I don't know. We would definitely, I welcome that, right? There are people here saying, here's how many leads I got. She ran a Facebook ad for seller leads, got 6 leads. Doesn't quite understand what's going on. So she came in here and that's cool, right? But that's what I would love to see you guys doing is getting our software, running ads and going there, right? That's it. So, but I wouldn't be running a 30-day ad and I would not be running a $10 a day ad because I think seller leads are going to be priced more than $10 and you're not going to get leads if you leave it on the default budget at $10. Okay. Because let's say you live in Palm Springs, okay, where there's a ton of competition. And I don't know where you guys are. You might have a lot of competition all over the place. But if a seller lead on Facebook costs $10, I'm going to definitely imagine that a seller lead on Google costs more than that. So if we have set your budget for $10 because we were just afraid to tell you you should spend $20 a day, you're not going to get any leads because you have priced yourself or we have priced you below the cost of even one lead. Okay. One seller lead on Facebook can cost $2.50, $7, it can cost $10, even $15 a lead. So if you know a seller lead on Facebook costs $15 and you have a $10 budget on Google, and you know that Google leads cost more than Facebook leads, I hope you understand what I am explaining here. You need a higher daily budget. Okay. I would recommend 20 bucks. And you just change it right here and boom, you publish. If you try to go run an ad in Google, if you try to go run an ad on Google, let me finish my sentence. It's a lot more complicated than this. It's a really scary, daunting place. I'll see if I can go figure it out and show you, but I will show you something in a moment. Let's click on advanced options. In normal world, you won't need to, but I actually spoke with our ads people and I said, listen, guys, you think that people are typing free home valuation in Google. They're not. That's not what the average homeowner is going to look. Maybe some, but they are doing all kinds of other searches, right? How do I know that? Because I found this article and I sent it to my tech team and I said, get these searches in there, right? Because they just like, oh no, people, with home valuation. It's just how our little noodle brains work over here. So the point is, I have told our team to go into websites like this and update the keywords that people are using on a quarterly basis. So you don't actually have to do this. Now, if you go do it inside Google without our software, you definitely have to do that. You will need to know that. But now you're kind of getting an idea of what is going on. Okay. Normally, you don't need to go in advanced options. You just set up the correct landing page and you type in the name of the town, you adjust your budget, and you shorten that. So you just got a week-long ad, and that's how you do it. Does everybody understand how to run an ad on Google today, right now, and what you need to do? Is there anything that we have missed? Because, I'll tell you, there's a big thing. Normally, I jump into the resources that you have to help you understand. So I really, before I just run on, because I'm just, hyped up on coffee, please answer me. Do you understand what you need to do to create an ad on Google? And just give me a yes or no. If you have a question, let me know. Now here, while I'm waiting for that answer, this is our YouTube channel. Okay. And I'm going to copy this right now and I'm going to send a link to you because there is a question that you guys are not asking. I've got one yes, you understand, Gloria. I am so glad you are following along. There's one thing that we haven't talked about is how in the world do you even start? How do you create a Google account? And if you get on this call here, which is how to create a Google account and run an ad, you will watch me fumble along and create my very first Google account. My very first, my own Google ad account. Because right now, I know none of you have ever run an ad on Google. And it starts by having a Google ad account. So how do you create that? Well, you go over here and you watch this little video and you'll see me do it. And you could also just go to YouTube and say, how do I create a YouTube account or a Google account? And they'll tell you, but you can do it here. There's probably people who would do it better than me, but that was my first time and I just did it live on a class for all of you. So you're going to need a Google account. I show you how to set it up right there. And then once you've got that, well, now you can go over here and you go to ads. And I'll log out of this one. I'll log out of this account. I'll go into my account because my account is not connected to, well, maybe it is because I did it last time, but let's go look here. So if you go to ads for the first time, it's going to have two big weird buttons. One's going to say connect to Facebook and one's going to say connect to Google. And here, if you're not connected to Google and you say, I want to create an ad, it's going to tell you, it's going to tell you, you got to sign up, right? You got to, so actually I'm going to do this. I'm going to connect my ad account and I'm going to connect, which one did I set? I think I set it under here. I actually created an ad account and let's go look. So we're connecting the account. Oh, no ad account. Let me try it one more time. Maybe I did it. connect your ad account. So we're assuming that we've made an ad account. Maybe I did it under listings to leads. Continue. Oh, God darn it. Yeah. And of course, it gives me an error, but that's how you connect your account. All right. And then from there, that's when you can start running ads. Okay. So let's talk a little bit then about the kinds of ads you can run on Facebook. And then we'll go back and talk about the kinds of ads you can run on Google. Okay. And to do that, I'm going to log out of my account because a couple months ago, we got hacked by Facebook and it's just janked up my whole account. So I'm going to log into Kevin's, who's in our office here. He's got everything super souped up. So like I said, you come to the ads page, you're going to have a big button that says, hey, connect to Facebook, connect to Google, and then you can run all kinds of ads here, right? And when we started the call, I showed you that we can, we got that client that's run all kinds of buyer leads. Oh, he's broken down too. So I got to go back. So somehow he got kicked out of Facebook too. I'll have to talk about that. Let's go back to my Keller Williams office and we'll go look at that real quick. They're connected because they're running ads all day long, and so they're connected. And so when we think about Facebook, there are really three kinds of ads that you can run, right? And we'll go look at it right now. So the first step is connect to Facebook, and these guys are connected to Facebook. So you can create, there's four kinds of ads, but we're going to focus on three. You can create a listing ad, a landing page ad, and a PDF guide ad. So this is just on Facebook. There's other kinds of things you can do with Google. You can do a custom ad. And honestly, I don't think you need to be thinking about custom until you need to think about it. You do need to be running these kinds of ads. And so if I create a listing ad on a home that's for sale, you want to leave it on lead ads. This means that we're going to get pre-populated leads, pre-populated from the Facebook profile with their name, email, and phone number. And all you got to do is click create an ad, this green button here. And if you have a really lame mouse like mine, you have to click it 3 or 4 times for it to start going, but then it starts going. And we write the ad, right? The ad is written right here for you. We even pop in the town, and we set a $35 budget. So you can't spend more than $35, and this ends in 7 days. Now, earlier, when I showed you the ads here from this account, it looks like ads cost on average $2.50 to $2.75 for buyer leads. And this home is for sale. You can see it on the right. So we're looking for buyer leads, okay? This is the fastest, easiest way to get buyer leads in any platform in real estate, okay? If you're not interested in leads, okay, there's certainly a lot of people that are not interested in leads. They don't want to follow up with leads, but they do want to just market their listings. This is a really smart way to market it, because when you market it, we're going to tell you, and let's go back to ads real quick. We're going to tell you how many leads you got. But if you go look here, we'll go look for a second. There are all these thumbnails of your past ads, right? And a lot of realtors like that, because what they do is they say, hey, you know what? I ran an ad on your home, like this one here in Conway. And you don't have to tell them my lead cost $1.82 per lead, which we tell you right here. But you can say, look, almost 5,000 people saw this. 4,800 exactly, and 65 people saw this ad. In this case, it's a good ad. You got 56 leads. But what if you got one lead? That might be a talking point if you need to talk about lowering the price, right? So our clients really like this data that's coming back. They can tell the cost per lead. This cost per lead here in Little River was $2.22. In Clayton, South Carolina or North Carolina, it was $5.57. Why are the costs per lead so different, right? To be honest, I have no idea. Facebook figures that out, not listings to leads. They set the price per lead. Here, $4.22 or $4.21 price per lead. Here in North Carolina, $1.74. Why? Again, I have no idea why that's the case. But it's different. And so for you, you might run ads in your own areas and have different costs per leads, right? So that's what happens when you're running a buyer lead. You should also, if you sold anything in the past 60 days, be running ads on your sold property. So you just go to the main page and main listings page and you flick it to sold, and then you click lead ads and you click create an ad. And sorry, my mouse is just being a jerk. Yeah. You click create an ad on your sold properties or your pending properties or your under contract properties. And as you see from the language on the right above the photograph, it says this home is sold, and that's going to affect the value of your home, and get your free home value here. Okay. Now, this is all pre-done, right? This works. We have a $50 budget, and that's because Facebook, we know this, they charge you more for seller leads than buyer leads. They know that it's more important. If you turn on our targeting, you can retarget your old leads. And I definitely recommend that you turn on retargeting, because the more you have ads in front of your leads, the more likely they're going to close and become a client. So this ad is going to show up on Facebook, right? The ad that looks just like this and won't be branded to Keller Williams Pinehurst. It'll be branded to your business page. And as people are scrolling through, they look at the pictures, they're going to see ads like this. Here, I've got some super fancy clothing company, right? Your ad that you're creating that looks like this over here on the right is going to be right here, where whether I'm on a phone or I'm looking at whatever, I'm going to, even if I'm at my desktop, I'm going to see that. Here's one from Zoom Info. I don't even know what they are, but that is an ad, and your ads are competing for space right there. Okay. So if you want buyer leads or seller leads, we got, here's a good way of doing it: running a home that's for sale, or running a home, a listing ad that is on a property that's sold. Now, landing pages. Let's talk about landing pages. Now, we talked about this South Carolina one, and I told you that you don't want to do a statewide landing page for home values. Now, this is an actual live client, so that's why when we did this discussion, we were just talking generally speaking. But for you, you need to know that you need to be developing landing pages for every town that you want a property in. If you have like a big golf course community, and there's like a few thousand homes, you might want to create one for that. If you've got a big condo building, you might want to create a landing page for that. Like, what is your, I don't know, whatever the name of the place is, right? You have a picture of it, and then they know, like, oh, you're talking about my area specifically. Now, remember I was talking about Pleasant Hill. So if we did this, you would want to be focused. I was talking about Pleasant Hill earlier because you'd want to be focused on a particular town, right? But you can't shrink the radius here. So I want to really caution you. This should say Pleasant Hill over here, and you can actually customize it here. But if we go to the landing page, it's not going to say Pleasant Hill. So you want to make sure your landing page says that. But let me tell you that this ad for many clients does not work. Okay. They run the ad, but they don't get any leads, or they get one lead and they don't know why that's the case. So let's talk about why that's the case. You may not know this because you're not all living in Northern California. But even if you lived in Northern California, you might not know Pleasant Hill because it's such a small little town. It's like right next door to my town. And if you see this map, that little white section in the middle is Pleasant Hill. You can't tell, but I can tell you from east to west, from left to right, it's about 3 miles. From north to south, it's about 5 miles. Okay. So it's a small town, but 30,000 people live there. There's a lot of homes. It's a great neighborhood, great, kind of middle income homes, beautiful neighborhoods, great place to have a business. But when I run an ad on Facebook, my minimum radius is 15 miles. Okay. And this map that you're looking at here, all these towns out here, that means all these people are going to see my ad when I'm really just trying to get these people that live right there, that own a home right there. That's who I want to see this. That's why this ad doesn't work very well for everybody. It does work for some, but it doesn't work for everyone. And that brings us to our handy dandy YouTube channel. This is where, when I do calls like this, I record them and they go up on the mastermind group, and they go up here too. So if you don't have time to jump on a live call, you can come here and see the top tools to get more listings, get started, Facebook ads, which is our class that we're doing right now. But if you go back a few months ago, you will see in the white text down below, about 3 months ago, custom audiences and how to target homeowners. This talks about a new way of using Facebook. You got to jump through a couple more hoops. And then if you go down about 5 months ago, you'll see that there's this discussion on, right here. 5 months ago, where best ways to get listings from Facebook and top tools to get listings. 6 months ago, new strategy to get high quality listing leads from Facebook ads. Okay. All three of these calls are talking about the same thing, which is if you go to your ads page in our account and you turned on custom audiences and retargeting, you will have the functionality, the ability to create a custom audience in your private Facebook account, right? If you accepted buttons, there's usually some buttons here and you got some custom audience. You can create an audience here and you can call it Pleasant Hill Homeowners or whatever town you're in, right? And you get an email of all those homeowners. And this right here where it says use format, it's telling you this is what your spreadsheet needs to look like before you upload it into the system. It's got to have those titles. It's got to be in that order. Okay. So that's what it's got to look like. And where do you get that spreadsheet? Well, you can get that spreadsheet from Remine, I think HomeSnap. I'm sure there are a lot of other companies out there that will get that information. And if you can't find a company like that, maybe talk to one of your title partners. They have a list of all the homeowners, and you should have that in every town that you want listings. You should literally have that. You should use it for mailing, and you should upload it as a custom audience right here. I do want to point out, it needs to be 1,000 leads deep. It cannot be a list of 250 homeowners. It's got to be 1,000. So just keep that in mind. It's got to be minimum 1,000 for Facebook will let you use it. They'll let you upload it. It just won't be available to use it. So you create your custom audience there, and then you go, oh, you know what? I'm going to create a landing page ad for Pleasant Hill again. And we don't have one built because we just didn't do that. But I'm going to create that ad, and I'm going to, we'll just get there and I'll show you what we do. You can type in Pleasant Hill up here, but you can say, I want to retarget by using other, and now they don't have it created, but your custom audience would have a name like whatever, Pleasant Hill, right? Or whatever the name of your town is. I'm just going to use the buyer and seller audience that we create automatically for our clients who are using this. But you would pull up your list there. So here's on Facebook, you create a landing page for your town. You create a home valuation ad, landing page ad on your town. You type in Pleasant Hill. And if you want this to work on Facebook, you are going to want to get a custom audience if you want to do this, right? Now, I showed you earlier, if you want to run this on Google, it's going to be a lot better, right? But I actually recommend, if you want more listings in your business, to figure this one out, to be using this consistently on Facebook and using it, but you need the custom audience to make this work, and also to do it on Google consistently. Right. And just as an aside to think about Google, like a lot of people ask me about budget, right? What should I spend? And let me kind of talk about that for a second. In the past, I would tell a rookie agent, like, you're green, you have no business, you're sitting in a desk and you don't know what's going on. I would tell that agent, you need to spend $200 a month on Facebook. And this is because we didn't have Google, right? So I've been telling this, what I'm about to tell you, I've been telling this to agents for about 10 years. You need to spend about $200 a month on Facebook. And you should do that with a listing ad. for $25 for 1 week. And you should then run a PDF guide ad or a landing page ad on the same week for $25. So that's 2 ads, both worth $25 a week, right? So it's $50 a week, and there's usually 4 weeks in every month. So that means it's $200. With that, because you know that all kinds of people are seeing your ads, your business page for the rookie agent is going to be seen by about 10 to 20,000 times for that $200. So that's good for your branding, right? I mean, if you got spare time as a realtor, you could put on a sandwich board and walk around the local mall and let people know that you're a realtor, right? That's good. I see that happening all the time. Not, but you could be running ads and have your business page recognized 10 to 20,000 times for $200 a month on Facebook. You would also be gathering like somewhere from 50 to 150 leads every month for that $200, right? But if you're an agent that's been in this for a while, I would tell you you should be spending $300 to $400 a month, same kind of ads, just higher budget on Facebook. I would also recommend that you start running landing page ads for home values or PDF guides, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute, for homeowners on Google for just starting like $100 a month. I would probably do it. I wouldn't spend $100. I would do $100 in 1 week. That's what I would do. I would do $100 ad in 1 week and start seeing how that's working. And then if that's working and you're getting good leads, well, then you increase that, or maybe, you increase that budget. It would make sense if you want more listings. It would make sense that Google starts becoming more important in your business than Facebook. Facebook is great for building brand and getting buyers. Google is great for getting listing leads. So that's kind of where I'm thinking this is going to go. Let us know how that works for you in our mastermind group. Definitely are interested in that. Back to Facebook though. We have these PDF guides. We have written 80 of them, 40 for homeowners, 40 for home buyers. And we'll just concentrate on sellers for now. Prices are moving. I don't know where you guys are in the country, but in some places, things are taking longer to sell. Homes are sitting on the market for 3 or 4 months. Maybe you need to talk about overpricing. Sorry, my mouse is just being a jerk, so it's jumping me around. Okay, so if you go over here to the 5 dangers of overpricing on the left and you hover over it, you can create an ad. Now, if you see that little white button circle on the top left of this, right above create an ad, you can download it. And you can download it before we want to have lead ads. You can download it before we even run an ad, so you can read what we're talking about, right? You will see that you, the agent, are branded on every page of this, and listings to leads is nowhere. It's your logo, your colors, your picture, your phone number. But you do have to take an extra step. You do have to say wherever you live, right? Oh, Toronto. I know there's somebody here from Toronto. Yeah. So you can say, I want this to go here because there are people that need to think about, not overpricing your home. Boom, publish. This kind of lead, you see it's a $50 ad. Again, whenever we're trying to get seller leads, we put a $50 budget. In many parts of the country, this lead priced by Facebook, they charge $10 a lead. Okay. That means that 10 into 50 means you're going to get 5 seller leads. Okay. That's what's going on. So just to kind of bring it back home, let's go back to the mastermind group. And I was mentioning, this is where our clients talk about stuff. And here somebody says, hey, I ran an ad. Where is it? Was it here? I got 6 seller leads, right? This is Vivian. I think she ran, I don't even know what she did. I think she ran a property. I don't know. Let's see here. I don't even know what kind of ad she did, but 6 seller leads would make sense if you're running a home sold ad, right? But she never quite responded to what she was doing. But anyway, that's kind of it. It's like, you just do the math. If Facebook is charging you $10 a lead and you're spending $50, you're going to get 5 leads max, right? If you want to run a home value ad, like I've shown you a few times on, what is your home word? Facebook knows that ad. They know because agents have been running that for years and they charge the highest. That lead can cost $12 to $15 a lead. So your same $50 is going to get you 3 leads. Okay. So I just want you to remember that when you're running a sold ad on a property, those leads can cost $6 to $7. A landing page ad for home valuations can cost $12 to $15. And a PDF guide can easily be $10. What about if you run it on a property that is not for sale and not sold yet, but just under contract, right? Or pending, or active contingent, or something like that? What happens then? Right. Well, hopefully your mouse works and you can just run an ad on it and it looks like it's going here. It's still telling you can get your home value. So the call to action is to get a listing lead. Okay. And I just want to point out, this was a listing that somebody borrowed. This person borrowed. It's not even their listing. They're just saying, hey, this thing is under contract. It's courtesy of whatever agent it is, which keeps them out of trouble. But click here to get your home value. So it's under contract. And like I said, Facebook sets the price. And honestly, I don't think Facebook knows how to set this price. So they have priced these leads we've seen in the mastermind group at $2.40 each, right? So let's just say $2.50. Well, that means if you're spending $50, well, you're going to get 20 leads. Same $50. You could get 3 leads with a home valuation landing page, or you can get 20 leads at the same $50 over here. Okay. Doing it with property under pending or under construction or something like that, just later stage. So if listings are important to your business, definitely think about the cost per lead. That is the whole point of this. So at some point, it should be live today. Let me go look. Let me try one more time. And we're right about at the end of our time here, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try and go check out another account to see what's going on. And I'm hoping it's live here. We are going to have the ability to run ads on Google or PDF guides like we see here. Now, I don't know if he's connected. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. So Kevin's got it. This hopefully is going to be live in your account. I don't think it is because I was in my account and it's not live. But you got, again, same PDF guides, 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. Honestly, I would focus on Google for sellers. And I would say, well, let's just do divorce and real estate, right? Maybe somebody is going to get divorced or thinking about divorce in your area, right? So let's just click on here. Divorce and real estate, divorce, selling a home after divorce, all these things. Okay. Like I would just have straight up the word divorce. Like, what do I do about divorce? Because if they're thinking about divorce, they're probably not thinking about real estate and divorce. I mean, that's not the first thing they're thinking of. They're just thinking of. And so you're popping up with the keywords. And to me, just straight divorce is one of those. So you're actually covered because it is in there. But again, is this lead going to be, what's it going to cost? What is Google going to do? I would be testing these things at $20 a day for 1 week. I would not be doing a $30 ad for $10 on Google. Just wouldn't be doing it. Okay. I hope you understand why. But if this is not available in your account right now, it's going to be in the next few days. You will need to type in the name of your favorite town, right? Like wherever you live. Hey, what? Yeah. But that's how it works. Okay. So any questions for anybody on the call on any of these things we've been talking about? Do you understand how you're going to be able to get to Google? And I'm going to repeat it on the top of our group here of our YouTube channel. It says how to create a Google account and to run an ad. I'm going to say, well, I don't see any questions. So I'm going to do one more thing here because a lot of agents don't understand Google. They don't know anything about it, right? This here, the search I've done is a restaurant in nearby me. Okay. And when you do a search on certain businesses, they have a little website like on Google. I don't even know what it's called. It's got some name, I'm sure. One thing I can tell you is that many agents have been sold this service. Somebody said, hey, I can set up a little Google page for you, right? If you have this, it means you have a Google ad account already. So if you're a realtor and you've got a page like this with your name on it that says you're a realtor wherever you are, that means you have a Google ad account. That means you can go over here to listings to leads, and I'll sign out here. I'll sign back over. And when you go to, because this guy is connected, like our guy is connected to listings. Let's see if I can log in here. Give me 1 second. See his name. See if I can get in. So I don't think Ben has connected to Google because we just set him up yesterday. So if we go to his ads page, his Facebook ad account is connected, but not his Google stuff connected. And let's just go look here real quick. So Google, cool. So I click on create a listing ad here. It's going to tell me to sign up. And I don't know, but, and what I'm saying is if you have a page over here on Google, it means you can run ads. So you should go over here and sign up. And the first thing it's going to say is, hey, it's an extra $30 a month just to use our software. And then it's going to say connect to your Google account. So if you've got this and you want to take advantage of what I've been talking about, that's what we're talking about. Okay. You don't need this kind of page to run an ad, but if you have this kind of page, you can run an ad. You're already set and ready to go. So I don't see any questions. Just a reminder, this call is being, oh, I do see a question coming in. This call is being recorded. It's going to be in our mastermind group and on our YouTube channel soon. This guy, just by the way, started an ad yesterday. It's going to run for, it's the 12th, it's going to run for 6 more days. 234 people have seen it. He's getting charged $1.94 per lead, and he's got 2 leads. Okay. So that's good. That's great. That's what you kind of want to see. I don't know where he is in Hawaii, but that's what's working for him right now. I will say this just as an aside, and if you have questions, please put them up because we've got just a couple more minutes left. Oh, no, I'm going to go to listings page. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that they should turn on social media auto posting. And this guy did, because we did it together. You do that on your profile. And then there's this thing called social media posts. And social media posts are different from social media ads. Posts go to your social media accounts. And you can see that this went out to 3 of his LinkedIn pages and his Facebook and Twitter accounts yesterday at 10 a.m. in the morning, Hawaiian Standard Time. If we click here, let's just give it a second. We go directly to the post. This is what it looks like. So he did not have to do this. This just went to his social media accounts. Okay. I recommend that you guys all turn on social media auto posting. If you don't know how to do that, go ask our support team. But it's on your profile. It's so simple. Do it. All this text is dynamically put there. You just need to set it up, right? If you click on this, which was again automatically done for him, he broke it. He's done something somewhere. This should drive to, what did he do? I need to set this up as an error. That's funny. Normally that goes, let's go to here. That's where it goes, right? And this has a little bit of information. And if you want more, you click that blue button and we grab the name and email of the person who clicks that button and we deliver it to the agent. So while I showed you that he's got 2 leads from his Facebook ad, he can also get free leads here when people click that link. I don't know why that's really weird. So that's it. Anyways, everybody, any questions? The Google Ads account also charged to run an ad with, yeah. So yeah, let's go. So when it comes to ads, there's an ad budget, right? Like you can't run an ad on Google, the #1 website in the world, for free. They would not make money if they were to say, yeah, go run an ad, right? You have to pay for the ad on Google. You have to pay for the ad on Facebook. Now, the software for Facebook to run all these ads I've been showing you is included in the platform. Like if you sign up, if you have access to our platform, because we've been using Facebook for well over 5 years, right? But Google is new. So if you want to use the Google software, you can use it. But it costs you $30 just to use our software, right? And I don't know if I can go here, but let's see if I can run an ad. I don't even know how you run an ad on Google. Yeah. But I can tell you, if you go look up my channel right here, how to create a Google account and run an ad, I show you how to run an ad, and it is hideous. It's ugly. If you know about how to run an ad on Facebook, inside Facebook, it is literally 3 to 4 pages and a dozen check boxes that you need to create. Like, here, let's create an ad. I'm just going to go create an ad. Like, this is the process to run an ad on Facebook. This is inside Facebook. I am not recommending that you do this. I'm recommending that you do it inside of our stuff. And frankly, it's changed, and I don't even know what in the world is going on here anymore. Let's see here. Maybe I'll do it this way. So this is our training account, and you got to check all these boxes correctly, and you got to set your budget here, and you got to do all that. You got to know, maybe they made it easier because this used to be 4 separate pages, but there's a lot of things that are hidden under here, right? Like, you need to know to click that, and you need to know to click this. And a lot of realtors don't know. So they just don't even have a real ads happening, right? So there's all kinds of stuff that you have to do inside Facebook, right? And you don't know what you have to do unless you're getting trained on it. And I stopped training on that years ago, because now that I have Facebook software built in, it's so much easier to say, click on your property and create that ad like that, and give it a second, click publish, because we've done everything in the background. We've done it all. It's just so much easier and a lot less ability to make mistakes if you do it in our system. So everybody, thanks for joining me today. This call is being recorded, and it'll be up on our YouTube channel. Take care. Have a great 2023. I hope this helped you. Keep safe. Bye-bye.